Hi all. In today's session, we are going to discuss about functions of foreign exchange market, which we have already discussed in earlier session also. In the earlier class, we have discussed three major functions, which were transfer function, credit function, and hedging function. We have categorized functions of foreign exchange market into three categories, which were transfer function, transferring of purchasing power, and credit function. Under this function, which facilitates foreign exchange market, facilitates various credit facilities like foreign exchange bill market, bond market, etc., and the hedging function, under which all the multinational companies and whoever exposed to foreign exchange currency exchanges cover their fluctuation risk. So, but many have requested that these three functions, it's quite difficult to explain for 5 marks. So, I have simplified these three functions into 5 categories, which we are going to discuss today in today's session. So, first function you can write in your SEM exam, it is for 5 marks topic. So, foreign exchange market transfers purchasing power across different countries, which results in enhancing the feasibility of international trade and overseas investment. This point explains about purchasing power. So it's nothing but a transfer function, transferring of a purchasing power from one country to another. So transferring of purchasing power means importing and exporting. So if you are going to export something which you have produced in your own country and you have exported it to another country, so that country citizen can buy your product which is manufactured in your home country. So this is, you have transferred the purchasing power of this particular product to somewhere else, to some other country's citizen. So foreign exchange market, what he does is he converts his own currency into the other country's currency where he is going to export the good, where he is going to import the goods. So which the foreign exchange market facilitates transferring of purchasing power from one person who is staying in one country and to another citizen of other country. So this point explains about transferring of purchasing power from one country to another, and also this point explains about investment part. So investment, if any other multinational company which intends to invest in other country, for example, if Maruti Suzuki would like to invest in Japan, would like to start manufacturing of its own car in Japan, Maruti, so it has to invest some Japanese yen. Yen is the Japanese currency, and Maruti is the Indian company which is having rupee as its home currency, and India is the home country. So if Maruti is going to start its business in Japan, it has to invest in Japanese yen, that is Japanese currency. So to acquire Japanese yen, it has to sell its home currency, that is rupees, and buy Japanese currency. So while investing in other country, this company or any multinational company have to have this currency conversion facilities. So this foreign exchange market facilitates this transferring of purchasing power, as well as it facilitates investment platform. So the next function, it acts as a central focus whereby prices are set for different currencies. So in the earlier class also we have discussed that how one can determine the exchange rate between two currencies. In the earlier session we have taken an example of rupee to dollar, that is $1 is worth 71 rupees. So how one can determine $1 is worth 70 rupees or 71 rupees? So foreign exchange market, on the basis of economical forces like demand and supply, which determines exchange rate between two different currencies. This is the major function which we have never discussed in earlier class. In the earlier class we have discussed only three functions, which explains only transferring of purchasing power and facilitating credit facilities to various MNCs and investors, and hedging function which covers the risk arises out of fluctuation in exchange rate. So this function, second function of foreign exchange market, explains about determining exchange rate. The third function, it explains with the help of foreign exchange market, investors can hedge or minimize the risk of loss due to adverse exchange rate changes. So this third function, which we have simplified, explains about hedging function of foreign exchange market. Hedging, to hedge, to cover from risk. If you are covered from the risk arising out of variation in exchange rate between different currencies, then you are called as you have hedged. So you are hedging against the risk. You are covered from risk. So with the help of foreign exchange market, it is the place where buyers buy various other currencies and sellers sell different countries' currencies. So the participants of foreign exchange markets are various commercial banks, brokers, etc. So these commercial banks, central banks and brokers, traders, they facilitate these hedging techniques. So there are two types of hedging techniques we are going to discuss elaborately in next units, upcoming units, that is internal hedging techniques and external hedging techniques. But in today's session, you just simplify these functions that foreign exchange market facilitates or provides various hedging techniques to those people who are exposed to fluctuating currencies. And the fourth functions of foreign exchange market is, this market allows traders to identify risk-free opportunities and arbitrage these away. So arbitration we have discussed in earlier class, and very important 2 marks topic, arbitration. So arbitration is nothing but buying a currency, or in simple words, if you are not from the aspect of foreign exchange, if you simply you can say that arbitration is buying certain commodity at lower rate in one market and selling the same thing in another market for higher rate. Say for example, if you buy certain chocolate in Sirsi at 50 paise and you sell the same chocolate in Yellapur market for 1 rupee, that is called arbitration. You have bought the chocolate at 50 paise at Sirsi market. That is, you are buying certain commodity at lower rate in one market and selling the same commodity in another market, that is at 1 rupee per chocolate at Yellapur market. So you are selling the same commodity at higher rate in another market, that is called arbitration. In foreign exchange market, what traders and speculators do is, they buy certain currency in one market for lower rate and they sell the same currency at higher rate in another market. That is called arbitration. So for doing all these activities and all these financial transactions, they have to have certain place. It is called foreign exchange market. That is the major function of foreign exchange market, that it facilitates marketplace for arbitrators, speculators and traders. So they can, since they have all the access to each and every foreign exchange market, they can identify the risk and they can minimize the risk, which is maybe they are facing more risk in any other market and less risk in some other market. So they can trade in those market which they are less exposed to foreign exchange risk. Last function of financial market, that it facilitates investment function of banks and corporate traders who are willing to expose their firms to currency risks. It is nothing but repatriating and expatriating of various funds. See, if the Samsung mobile phone would like to open its manufacturing facility in India, so Samsung is the South Korean company which intends to invest huge lot of amount in India, and it would like to start manufacturing facility. Maybe in Bangalore they are going to start. If they are going to start their manufacturing facility in Bangalore, they have to convert their own currency into Indian currency. So while investing, this financial market provides transferring function and investment function. So if in case Microsoft would like to invest 1 billion, or Google, say for example Google or Facebook, or very recently Flipkart has been bought by